lay off Paul Pogba and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer over the missed penalty that cost Manchester United victory at Wolves. Neither of them did anything wrong, and the manufactured outrage suggests people are just looking for an excuse to hammer United, whether they deserve it or not. Yes, Pogba has given his critics plenty of ammunition since his second coming at Old Trafford. But the people who were crying out for him to show leadership, take responsibility and show initiative can't have it both ways. And it's a cheap shot to criticize him for missing a penalty, which was brilliantly saved, by the way, not ballooned into the stands, when he does show leadership and character. I've listened to people on the radio trying to blame Pogba for letting his ego run away with him. And there are others who blame Solskjaer for failing to provide clear direction and leadership on who should be United's penalty taker as a failure of management. Sorry, but I'm not having either of those arguments. You don't have to have played the game to have an opinion, and everyone is entitled to their say, but it helps if you have been in these situations. I've been on the pitch when a designated penalty taker has been having a stinker and said, "I don't fancy this one." I've seen established Premier League strikers and midfielders go missing when volunteers are required for a penalty shootout. And Phil Neville, the England Lionesses manager, made a brilliant point on my 5 Live Premier League breakfast show. He reminded us that in a World Cup semi-final, with England 2-1 down in the dying minutes, his leading scorer Ellen White was on the pitch. So were Nikita Paris, who had missed 2 penalties earlier in the tournament, and Fran Kirby. But Steph Houghton, the captain, took responsibility because she backed herself to score in that moment. Sadly, Houghton's spot kick was saved, like Pogba's, but I don't remember her being given pelters, or Neville's authority being questioned. Why the rush to bury Pogba when all he did was to put his hand up and say he fancied it on the night? Yes, Marcus Rashford had tucked away his penalty in the previous game against Chelsea. But there was no drama, no fuss, arguments, between him and Pogba at Molineux. To me, that suggests there is a good chemistry in United's squad, not a fault line. When Sergio Aguero misses a penalty for Manchester City, I don't see people giving him pelters. When City manager Pep Guardiola and Aguero have a frank exchange of views, after the club's record goal scorer was subbed against Tottenham, I didn't see people making a song and dance about it or trying to drive a wedge between them. And when Aguero misses from the spot, but he remains City's designated penalty taker, I don't hear anyone questioning Pep's leadership. So I find it a bit two-faced that Pogba's conduct, and Solskjaer's authority, are being questioned over a penalty that was saved. If I was to level any criticism at Pogba over United's first 2 games, it would simply be that he was majestic for 45 minutes against both Chelsea and Wolves. If he runs the show consistently for 90 minutes, United will be a force this season. They may not win the title, but they will take enough points off their top 6 rivals to make the race a lot closer.